Now, having escaped from Saddam Hussein's forces in Iraq with very little more than her life, the genocide survivor and London charity founder Taban Shoresh has decided to mark her 35th birthday by raising £350,000. The money will go towards supporting the organisation she set up to help other displaced women and girls, the Lotus Flower charity. Taban with us now. Good to see you. Thank you very much for coming in. We are heading very close to the announcement of this, and you set yourself a steep challenge, but it'll all start roughly on Tuesday. What's going to happen?
So as of Tuesday, there'll be 35 days as a lead up to my birthday, which is on Boxing Day. So we'll have 35 days to release that message and get as many people sharing that message as possible. If we had 35 people sharing that message who shared on with 35 people, it kind of goes as a ripple domino effect. And if everyone donated at least £1, I think we would reach our target, and it would be the most amazing birthday present ever.
Yeah, give us a reminder of your background and why you're so passionate about this. You were a very young child during Saddam Hussein's time in power, and your family had to leave the country.
So I'm a genocide survivor, and I was a child political prisoner at the age of 4, and we escaped being buried alive. I've been in hiding, we've dodged mines, bombs, bullets. My father was poisoned, and we eventually ended up in the UK as a refugee. I feel very, very fortunate that I'm hitting my 35th birthday and I'm healthy, alive, and I've got everything that I need. Now, I'd like, through the Lotus Flower, to be able to give the opportunity to other women and girls to be in the same position when they're 35 or beyond. So I guess this birthday is quite symbolic, and it's a bit of a milestone, not for me, but it's for all the women that I work with, and I'd like to share it with them.
Yeah, I imagine there will be others that didn't make it to their 35th birthday. You're probably making this money in their name to some extent.
Completely. A lot of people that I know that were captured with us haven't survived. I mean, through my genocide, 188,000 people died, and nobody even, it's not even recognised as a genocide. In this most recent genocide, we've had so many people lose their lives. A lot of the women that we work with have lost loved ones. A lot of them are so young and they've been through such traumatic experiences, so it's definitely for them and to help us extend our projects for them.
I know that you work quite closely, certainly with some of the women who've been affected by so-called Islamic State.
Yes.
What's the situation now? It seems like it is a lot better in Iraq in terms of that situation. Is that your opinion?
Well, in terms of ISIS, they might have been removed from the region, but the after effects are still there. We've still got 2.6 million displaced people. Many of the homes that they left are completely destroyed, so they can't go back, and the camps are still there. There's at least 20 camps in the region, and so we're still working with the families and the women and the girls that are in the camps who will be there for a long time, and trying to help them rebuild their lives. Just one of the projects, for example, the Sewing Sisters project, it's currently thriving, and we've got queues of women just wanting to sign up to the course because we enable them to build market linkages as well as learn the skills. So the after effects of ISIS is definitely still there because we're having to help people rebuild their lives.
Yeah, and you know, despite decades and decades of conflict, Iraq and Iran have also experienced, other disasters very recently, the earthquake. That also something which will be having a huge impact.
The earthquake recently has also left many families who've lost loved ones and also impacted their homes and displaced people again. The region is going through constant displacement, and so that's why our work is needed, and it will be needed for many years to come. And so this campaign is to really, really help us to sustain our projects and continue our work for next year. And as a smaller organisation, we need this kind of support, so we can help them. I mean, for example, currently we've got volunteers who've been with us for over a year, and they're within the camp, so we hire only from within the camps and try and build skills within the camp, so they've got opportunities and income as well. And I would love to be able to take them on as proper employee staff because they've definitely got the skills to do that. But for us to be able to do that, we have to raise the funds to help them do that. But then also to extend the projects in the UK. So our workshops and talks in schools have been really successful, and we need to help sustain that as well.
Yeah, bringing that message back to people here to realise what's going on elsewhere. It starts on Tuesday.
It
35
does.
days. What's worrying is 35 days to Boxing Day, which means it's all over in just over a month. And where will this message be? How will people be able to track how you're doing?
So the video message will be released on our Facebook page, so the Lotus Flower Facebook page, and you can also follow our website, which is thelotusflower.org. And we will release that message then, and all I ask is for people to share with 35 people and for them to share with 35 people. And if you're feeling generous, it's a time for sharing. Donating £1 would be absolutely amazing.
We will follow the process as we head towards Boxing Day.
Thank
Taban,
you.
lovely to see you again. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Taban Shoresh there, who is trying to raise £350,000 for those women and girls displaced and affected by other issues as part of her charity. It starts Tuesday. Will they make it by that deadline of Boxing Day?